Welcome back to November 2 on Court Farm. We have been busy. Done a couple more of the grass contracts. Only one or two, I think. We have taken another one in field 24 over in the distance over there. But we will get to that later on. We have rye to sow today, so we did the pH before. It's been all cultivated, so we've got a lovely looking seed bed to be cracking on with. I have fed the pigs. Didn't actually take as much as I thought they were going to, so that was all good. And yeah, that's about it really. It's been a quiet few days in the recording world. Yeah, back to some level of, well, hopefully some level of normality now. So should be able to get back to, fingers crossed, the sort of Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. That is the plan anyway. So we've got rye selected. We can turn on and we'll do a couple of headlands and then crack on with the up and downs. So just working our way around the second headland, and I'm feeling in a much better mood than last time. I was a bit of a ranty pants, wasn't I? I don't even know why really. Maybe I was hungry, possibly. But yeah, all good. Had one of those videos with, so it was farmering. It just took off. I think at point of recording now, it's at about 1,200 views, which is just, you know, the little old me is pretty good. And same for Disturbed, you know, his was, he was sort of like, have you had a spike? And it just sort of plateaued and then it just went through the roof. But yeah, not complaining. Absolutely brilliant. But yeah, it was very random. You know, we were just fertilising a field, which is what, you know, which was the only thing we were doing. Alright, it was a good, even, you know, I'm not blowing my own trumpet, well I am a little bit, was a good thumbnail, even, and I am fanboying now, FSG, I'm name dropping, FSG commented saying kudos on the thumbnail, so I will take that any day of the week. Thank you very, very much. So yeah, very, just, you know, user steady on that series, but the first one did rather well, and yeah, say episode 6 has just gone mental really. But yeah, so yeah, loving it. Thank you everyone that's watching. I think we're both enjoying recording that series, and long may it continue. Which leads me into thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. You lot are awesome as well, and everyone that's subscribed recently, welcome to the channel, and thank you. You know, you are helping me on my road to that milestone of 1k subs, and every day at the minute we are getting closer to that, so yeah, well happy. Thank you all. So how are we doing here? We've got, I think we're probably going to be fine for both dirt and seed. The stock of grain grist is, what would the word be, reducing. Let's just pause a second while we are there and take a look. Only got 5,600 litres left. So we do need to make a bit more, although we are running low on barley. So I'm just looking. We've got 2 fields of barley. We may, yeah, I think, yeah, harvest contracts in the new year. The other thing I was thinking about as well, and I should have said earlier is any... Oh, it's processed. We can deactivate that. So any of the grass silage that we got left over from the contracts went straight into the BGA. So that's all processed now because it runs at light speed and we've obviously slept. So what I'm thinking though, we can see here, sugar beet, 90,000 litres. We've got 325,000. That's not counting what's on the floor either. So I'm thinking we could probably spare 2 BGAs full. So that's 180,000 litres. And maybe stick it through there instead, I think. But that is for another day. And we may even lease a... why is that not showing me a line? Because my steering wheel's turned. There we go. That's better. Right. Missed a bit there. We'll back up and get that now while I remember. Just turn that ever so slightly. So yeah, I think that is going to be the plan. Because we can sell it and you get the instant cash from it. But the rate that the BGA runs, and we're getting 3 things. We're getting the digestate, we're getting the methane, and we're getting the electricity. So I think that that's going to be the more profitable way to run it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lift up and we're just going to run along this top edge, almost putting in another headland up here, just so we can fill in the tiny little bit down in this corner. There we go. And then we'll just carry on as we're doing now, up and down, and then we need to get it rolled. And yeah, jobs are good for the rye field. So last run down the field, and that's not taken us long at all. Alright, it's not the biggest of fields, but hopefully we'll get a reasonable amount of rye. Tongue twister for you. The edges of the field are not showing as fertilised because we put grass down. So I'm wondering whether when we've got a spare half an hour, we just come round with a mower and mow them, clear them up, and then we can bung some nitrogen down just to bump the score up a bit, because it may, let's get rid of that, it may affect the overall score, but yeah, we're not doing too shabby for that, to be fair. I think, let's have a quick look actually, we haven't looked at it for a while. 92 overall, so we've got 94 up there, 75 down here, but that's because we probably haven't, we haven't put anything back in it yet, have we? Everywhere else is looking good. Again, 76, that could do with spraying for weeds, maybe, and almost like re-drilling. But yeah, everywhere else is looking great, so I'm happy with that. Right, let's think what we need to do now. We need to get rid of the drill, and we can then grab the rollers, get that rolled, and then we can crack on with some grass work. There you go. Come on, what are you... Literally. You do have to laugh, but it's mildly frustrating that we can't even... Come on. Power. No. Ain't gonna happen. So what do we do in this instance? We just help it along a little bit. And there we go, we're out. Remember folks, realism is key. Right, I'll drop this off, I'll grab the roller, and I'll be back with you. So instead of plodding along at 7 miles an hour, I have, using the real speed mod, I think it's called, or disable speed limiter, one of the two. basically that's what it does. I have set it to allegedly 9 miles an hour. I think that's about right for this sort of job. I know I've probably gone quicker on I think on the oaks, I think. But yeah, I just thought, yeah, we want to get it done, and it doesn't seem overly fast, so yeah, all good. Nearly done, as you can see. Oh, missed a bit. I'm gonna have to go back for that. And yes, we can now, once we've got that little bit at the bottom, we can drop this back at the yard, hook up the mowers, and head to field 24, where we've had a new addition. And, well, I say it's a new addition. It's an upgrade sent to me by Mark Thor, the man, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend. As he's relative, I think a few people call him that. So yeah, he sent me an update to the sumo weight. So I will show you that very, very shortly. So let's get that off there. We can stick the speed limiter back on and get that folded up. We'll drop this back in the yard, and I'll see you in field 24, and we'll take a look at the upgrade to the weight. Right then, so I've just set. I don't know why I chuckle so much. Yeah, obviously find myself far too amusing. I've just set the mowers to have the conditioners on, so as not to make the same mistake I normally do. I haven't updated Maze Plus because they've now changed it, I believe, so it remembers the state that you left it in. But yeah, I've not updated just because I don't need to. Right, so if we bring up the F1 menu and walk up to the weight, you will see it says activate service function. So if we press M, there we go. Now we can press R, and it gives us the ability to repair in the field, which is great. I love it. So we can repair the weight. Yes. We can repair the tractor, 153 quid, job's a good one. And the baler, there we go. And we can also, we can customise as well. Oh, I love it. That is awesome. So, and then we can just press M again. And it closes, and job's a good one. Cracking. Love it. Thank you very much, Mr. Thor. So, we can get in here. Will we get past there? Yeah. Right, what do we want first? Mowers. Well, we don't need a baler yet, do we? Right. Into here, and engine on. We are on swath dropping. Job's a good one with conditioner. Let's double check. Yes. Right. Power up. Lower down. And off we go. Looking good. So how much do we need to deliver off of this field? Let's have a quick mooch, shall we? So details on 95,000 litres. Okay, so it says 24 bales at 4k, so going to be less than that, which is good. Profit £2,878, but we are going to be using the BGA, so that will differ. Right, enough chatting. I'll get a bit of mowing done, and we'll catch back very shortly. So the other mod that we now have in our possession is the, I'm going to call it the baler stop mod. I can't remember the exact name for it, but so we're running on cruise control, and what it does is maintains the speed until we get to about, I think it's 80%. We'll watch in a second. 85, sorry, and then it slows it right down to 5 miles an hour and stops dead on So you can just, it's not quite like using a square baler, because it's just not, and that's a really poor analogy, but it makes it so much easier. It is an amazing mod. I can't remember, it was like LS Farming, I think, was the site. I'm shocking for stuff like this. I had to ask on Discord, on Disturbed's Discord. So yeah, done the headlands, done this awkward end of the field, I suppose you'd say. Decided to bail what we'd done because I had a feeling that we weren't going to need to mow everything to get the bales that we need to complete the contract. So I've calculated what we need, and we need 18 bales, and we've already made 23. So once we've finished baling this last pass, we will grab the JCB, get that loaded up with 18 lovely silage bales, and then we'll send that off on its way to town stores, and intervene where we need to. And we'll leave that at that, and then we can crack on, finish the mowing, finish the baling, and then what's left is ours, really. You know, it's lucrative, I think is the word. So we'll finish this strip, I'll grab the JCB, get loaded up like I said, and I'll see you when we are probably at the sell point, I reckon. Well, auto drive did its thing there and nailed it, so that's good. It was a pretty straightforward route though. So let's get these around here, and hopefully we get the notification that the contract is complete. So let's get on there and unload. 100% transported, and 1200, 1300 quid extra for us. So we can reset that, and we can head back to the field where we've got probably 2, maybe 3 passes left to do on the mowing. Get that baled, and yeah, job's a good one. So we'll get this back out onto the main road. There we go. Bring up auto drive, and we are in field 24. There we go. Yep. Go, that should go left. Oh dear, never mind. Never mind. There we go. That can go that way. Right, let's jump back to not the baler. Start the old engine. Get rid of the auto drive menu. Let's get backed up. Lower it down. There we go. So yeah, the baler stop, halt baler, stop baler when full thing mod is awesome. It's one of those, what's the word? What's the saying? Quality of life mods. Yeah, it's just, and it probably, I guess it does make it a little bit quicker, in the sense that you're not having to stop and then back up, and for somebody that regularly sort of gets into chatting and then not concentrating, it's yeah, it's very, very helpful. So yeah, quite liking that. So we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bales left over, so that's over 40,000 litres, more than that, of silage. And I'm quite liking the fact that the BGA is getting used. So let's just turn that way. Give it half a chance. So I am accompanied today by Farm Cat. She's sat just down to the side of me. Don't think she's feeling overly well. There's been a couple of sickness episodes. So yeah, I think she's feeling a bit sorry for herself at the minute. So let's get that sped up, do a bit more, and I'll catch back with you shortly. Well, the JCB made it back unhindered. It actually took a different route to what I thought it would, to be fair. But yeah, all good from that point of view. Get that lifted up. The weather in the UK at the minute, again, is blooming horrendous. I think this storm is called Storm Kieran, I think it is. So yeah, I mean, it's a touch windy here and a little bit wet. But yeah, I just feel for people that are probably just drying out from the last one week or so ago, was it now? Storm Babette, I think it was called, wasn't it? So yeah, just looking out the window, and it looks miserable, but yeah, sort of not complaining, because there is people who are significantly worse off potentially. It did, the weather, I mean, you know, if you watch anybody like Ollie Blogs or, well, most farming channels, I think at the minute, you know, the weather, the harvest has been horrific. And coming home from work on Monday, obviously clock's gone back, so it's getting a bit darker. And there was a field being chopped, well, attempted to be being chopped for maize. And you know, sort of, you get the old mud on the road where the tractors are coming on and off. It was horrendous. The road itself, you know, steady speed and you're fine, but they looked like they were having a right game in the field. There was a trailer on the side of the grass verge that, whether that tractor had got stuck and they had to drag it out with another one. It was just, it looked carnage. And I think they only managed probably like a headland and a bit by the look of things. So yeah, not good. And then went past the next day and it was just as it was the day before, like completely abandoned, and they gave up, I think. But yeah, I mean, I don't know when you'd sort of be able to go back on a field like that, really. You know, you'd have to, I think Eagles was saying on what am I doing now? There we go. Try and turn that off. There we go. There we go. Eagles was saying on Disturbed's Discord, it's a mouthful, isn't it? How he'd seen something similar. And so yeah, it's not just the UK that's suffering. But yeah, I do sort of your heart goes out to it, really, because it's, you know, the farmer needs feed. And every sort of day, week, it's not in the clamp fermenting, is a week that he's got to make whatever he's got currently last. So yeah, not a good situation at all. Right, baling to do. Shouldn't take us long. What I will do is, the swaths are reasonably wide, so we'll come back up and get any missed bits if it's worth it. But yeah, you know the drill. Get this lot done, start collecting them up, and we might even be able to send the trailer off on its own, like as in go from the field. We'll see. We will give it a go, but this is filling up rapidly. Yeah, goodness knows how many more we're going to get, but yeah, lucrative as always with the old grass silage contracts. Oh, that's a thing I was thinking. So, I mean, who was I watching? Oh, it was FSG. And he was doing, he'd start that again. His contract series on Court Farm, and he was doing a forage contract. So using the forage contracts mod. I wonder whether to do that, and I'm not sure whether we'd benefit from it more on here or on Saxthorpe. I'm not sure. Maybe we could stick it on both. A bit different, isn't it? I assume, and I've not looked at it properly, that it balances between some harvest contracts and some forage contracts, but I don't know actually. Want to have a look at maybe, but yeah, it's what I thought. I was like, oh, that'd be quite cool. Use a bit of different kit, and yeah, just forage a field rather than harvest it. So yeah, have a think, and I might have a look at it off camera and see, you know, what it would suit best. Because we don't really need... we don't really need it for... I'm just looking at my sheet. We don't really need it for pigs. Can we do it for sheep? Just trying to move one of my other ones. Whole crop silage, yeah. Okay. Might be one then. Or Saxthorpe. Definitely will want to look at, want to try out, I think. And yeah, we'll have a play and see what we think. So I've got a feeling that we're not going to get another full bale. But don't think we are. No. We'll have a quick whiz round. I mean, there's a fair few little bits that we've missed, and there's a big chunk up there actually. So if we turn off the baler, get a bit of speed going. There we go, and drop that back on again. 82%. Is there 18% in this field? I doubt it. And I'm not going to put you through me going around for the scraps either. So I will go around for the scraps, and I'll see you when we're loading up. So I think we're going to end up doing... Well, I was going to say we're going to end up doing 2 trips. But we may well do the old cheaty sneaker bale on the trailer while it's auto-loaded trick. We got 23 extra silage bales, and we got, I think it was 88% of another bale. Do you know what I mean? If you, why would you not? Why would you not do grass contracts? They pay well anyway. Got your own kit. Job's a good one. You don't have to take the penalty for, you know, borrowing the equipment. But yeah, brilliant. Can't fault that at all. I think we're gonna have to just stick one on. There we go. There, and then up there on menu and transporting position. We will hop out, pick that up, and just, do you know what I mean? They go to almost a ghost bale. Pop that down there. Strap it up. Now, if we bring up not the field we want, not the pub, I don't know why that's on there. Sell him, no. BGA. Now, it won't actually get to the point because I do need to rework the BGA route, but if we get that to there, that should now tell us that it's going to clear off the field Hopefully it can get round. Should be able to, as it does go quite a wide turn. Just watching that tree there. Is it going to get round? Yes, it is. Lovely. 3 and a bit minutes, and I'll see you at the BGA. Right then. So, if we just take a strap off. How's that gone in? 2. No, not there. No, it hasn't. Oh, it's quite a low trigger, isn't it? So, if we go that way with that. And then... Why? No! Goodness me. That'll do there. That'll do there. Reset. And then load that. And put it into transporting mode. And move it like so. There we go. Get in. Right, so how much have we got there now? 127,000 litres. Activate that. There we go. Job's a good one. We can reset that. And now this can go back to the yard. Or are we going to do another one? We'll leave it there, actually. And in fact, that's where we'll conclude today's episode. Kind of enjoyed that. Mixed it up a bit. Doing our own jobs. Doing a contract. Which we need to complete on. Ooh. Collect. There we go. £15,882 in the bank. Taking us up to 95 grand. Job's a good one. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, leave me a like. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.